I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you are listening, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate the support. And of course, if you're interested in supporting me further, you can do that by going to my Patreon or Ko-fi link. They're both in the description below. In this one, I wanted to speak to you guys about how INFJs really don't like feeling rushed. And this can be any kind of rush. Like if someone is with you and they're rushing to get their shopping done, or if there's someone trying to get on a bus and they push you aside trying to rush to get to the bus, or in the train. And this happens to me a lot on a subway train. I'm just like, just relax, there's gonna be another one coming in 5 minutes, just chill out. Also, if you're walking with a friend of yours through a park or through a forest, natural forest or natural park, and they're just in a rush trying to get to the end, and you're just like, can we just relax and walk quietly and peacefully here, please? So in general, I notice this happens to me a lot, and that's why I've noticed for myself at least that I like to do a lot of things on my own. Not because I don't like people, well, that's partly one of the reasons, but mostly I do like people. It's just that I want to not be rushed through whatever I'm doing. If I'm drinking a cup of coffee or tea, because I don't drink coffee, if I'm drinking a cup of tea in a cafe and I'm just reading my book, I don't want to be rushed through it. I just want to read it in peace and relax and take my time with it and just be chilled out about it, right? But most people, what happens is that when they get to a situation like that, maybe they're sitting there drinking coffee and they're constantly already thinking about what's the next thing they want to do. If they want to sit down, if they want to go shopping somewhere, or if they want to do something else, they're already thinking about that. They're not even sitting in the cafe properly. And so we always, as an empath, are able to sense that kind of energy of rushing. We're just able to see that this person is trying to rush through their day or rush through whatever they're trying to do. And that energy of anxiety, because whenever you're rushing, there's an energy of anxiety and that feeling of wanting to be somewhere else. That energy gets transmitted over to us. And we really don't we already have enough anxiety on our own, really we do. So we really don't want someone else's anxiety coming over to us or transferring over to us. So if we're sitting there and that person's feeling rushed, a lot of times I'll just excuse myself. I'll be like, I have other things to do. I'm going to do my own thing and you're more than welcome to go ahead. Or if I'm walking through a park, I'll just really try next time not to come with that particular person because I just want to chill out when I'm at a park. I've noticed when I've gone on hikes with other people, they're rushing to get to the end. And I'm like, why are you rushing? The point is the journey. The point is to see all the flowers and the wildflowers and the trees and the forest around you rather than getting to the top where, what is it? Just the view, right? And so really a lot of these things I've ended up doing them on my own or doing it with people who really are not rushed, who are able to chill out, chillax, relax, yeah? And I've noticed sometimes that when I'm transferring over my energy from Thailand to Toronto, I notice a big difference because Thailand's a very non-rushed environment, yeah? People in Thailand, especially Thai people, I love them for that. Because there's no rush with them. They'll be serving you food and they'll be taking their own sweet time about it. Slowly, carefully pouring the food for you. Or, you're looking at something and you're wanting change in return and they'll just be chillaxed about it. They're not like, oh my God, I have to get change back to this person. They'll give it to you in their own time, relaxed in a really happy manner. They'll drive very relaxed on the streets as well, very slow and very relaxed. Well, usually the Farangs, the foreigners who are driving fast, are trying to pass everyone. Or, those Thai who, maybe the modern Thais or the Thais of our generation who are more enamored with rushing and getting through their day rather than chilling out. The older Thais for sure. I have this vegetarian place where I go to in the morning and he is, I think perhaps in his 70s. His hair is all white and he's a little bit older. And he is the most relaxed, slow person on this planet. Now, of course, partly it might be because he's old, but also I know it's because he's Thai. And I'll be standing there and he serves me my food and it takes him at least a minute to pour everything up for me. And it's just because he just does it very carefully. He's picking up the food slowly and putting it on my plate slowly and then moving over to the other plate slowly and then grabbing things slowly. And it's just very much a process. And a lot of times in the beginning, I'd be standing there thinking, oh my goodness, this is taking forever. But now I know it's going to take a while. So I just stand there and I watch him and we just relax and we just let it happen as it happens. And so I really do appreciate that about Thailand, is that the energy here is very, very relaxed, very slow and very calming, very soothing. Also, I'm guessing it's because all the monks everywhere who are meditating in those temples. There's hundreds of temples here, and in general, the energy and the atmosphere is very slow and relaxed, not rushed at all. And so I noticed that when I go from Thailand, where I'm used to being slow and not being rushed and not walking fast because there's no point, I noticed when I go to Canada or Toronto to visit my family, I noticed that instantaneously I'm in a metropolitan city, which is very rushed, very much about money. Time is money, money is time. And so everyone's rushing everywhere. My sister, if I'm walking with her, she's like rushing around. I'm like, where are you rushing to? We have enough time to get where we're going to. Just chillax, right? Or I'll notice that people around me are rushing and they're, by overtaking me, going around me, and then getting angry about the fact that I'm so slow. And so a few days into it, I noticed that I started walking fast as well because of peer pressure, because of people around me getting angry. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll start walking faster. And I get assimilated very quickly. And I notice that instantaneously, I'm like walking fast, doing things fast, thinking about doing things fast, thinking about time, there's not enough time, there's not enough time. That kind of refrain keeps on playing in my head. Whereas in Thailand, I never feel that. In Thailand, I'm always like, wow, there's so much more time left. It's only noon and I have the rest of the day. And so I think that's one of the reasons I love, as an INFJ, to live in Thailand, especially in Chiang Mai. I don't think Bangkok's the same. I don't think it's as fast as Toronto or New York, but definitely I'm sure it's much faster than Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai has a very slow pace of living. And so I really do appreciate, as an INFJ, living here because no one rushes me. Very few people rush me. And it's very relaxed, and mostly people will show up when they want. Even if you tell them you're going to meet up at 3 p.m., they might get there when they get there. And everyone's chill out about it, and no one really wants to rush anywhere. Mostly. I mean, there's some people still who are not able to give up that feeling of anxiety and wanting to rush because they've lived perhaps in New York or in London for so long that they just have this intensity about them. And that's fine, I just don't hang out with those people that much. I'll also notice in the way I eat my food, I really don't like being rushed. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a slow eater, but I am slow compared to a lot of people around me. But there are people who are slower than me. So I guess I'm the average, maybe. But I noticed that some people just gulp down their food so fast. And I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my God, I still have my whole plate of food left. And you've already finished and you're ready to go. And so a lot of times, again, that's one of the reasons why I like eating by myself as well. So I'll just really usually pack my food, or I'll get takeaway, and I'll sit at home and read my mangas and eat slowly in my own fashion and just relaxed. Same thing with going to a cafe. I just want to sit and relax and people watch and take my time with it. Even if I'm just drinking a cup of tea that's tiny, it doesn't really matter. Even if I'm just drinking an espresso that's even tinier, I don't mind. I just want to chill out and I just want to take my time with it. So again, when we are surrounded by people who are rushing us, we actually really get angry. I get angry about it. I actually start despising that person and getting really, really resentful of that person and thinking to myself that I never want to hang out with this person ever again. They're too anxious. They're too rushed. I feel anxious around them. I don't want to be around this kind of energy. And so I've noticed that I've usually tempered or reduced the amount of time I spend with people around like that. If they're too rushed or too anxious or too go, 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 let's get stuff done kind of thing. I'm not saying that I don't get stuff done, but I just want to be a little bit chilled out about it. Also because, as I said, INFJs already have so much freaking anxiety. We really don't want more of it added on upon us. So let's just relax and let's do our thing in our own time, at our own pace and things like that. So if you are hanging out with an INFJ, I think that's one of the main advice that I would give you is let them do things at their own pace and do not rush them. If you want to just let them be relaxed around you and in your company, don't schedule things back to back. I really hate it when I'm supposed to go to a park at 5 p.m. and then 5:30 I have to go catch a movie, and then at 7 I have a dinner planned. And I'm like, why is it like this? Why are we so scheduled? Why are we so rigid about it? Which is ironic because we are the J's of the group, and so we're supposed to be very rigid and routine. But that's really, again, a contradiction within us, is that yes, we like a schedule, but we don't like a rigid schedule, and we definitely don't like a schedule that's jam-packed, and we do not want it back to back. We really don't like it. I like at least half an hour buffers in between things, or an hour buffer, that's even better. And so if I have things to do, I can just relax and I can just go there when I need to, and then I can go to the next meeting when I need to, and I don't have to feel like, oh my God, that person's waiting for me, and I don't have to feel that anxiety, that feeling of being rushed. So again, if you are with an INFJ, do try to keep the jam-packed schedules to a minimum, and also try to keep it as relaxed as possible. Even if you have this feeling like, oh my God, we're gonna be late for the movie, she needs to eat faster, try not to at least transmit that energy or that anxiety over to your INFJ, because they will get even twice as anxious as you, and they won't be able to enjoy their food. And again, they won't be able to enjoy your company anymore because they'll just associate your company with being anxious all the time. And I'm sure you don't want that, especially if you want to hang out with your INFJ more and more. So I hope that this was helpful. I don't know if I've done a video on this before, but I do think it's an important thing. I've noticed this about myself a lot in the last few days, and I usually just excuse myself from a situation where there's too much anxiety or too much rushed feeling. And so I noticed that I was doing that a lot, and I'm like, I think I need to speak about this in the YouTube video. If you have any questions, please do comment below and I shall do a follow-up video. If you don't have any questions and you're thinking that you love my videos, then do support me further by going to my Ko-fi link. It's in the description below. Again, I shall see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.